Wow, this is getting deep. Hey everyone, it's Michelle, and today I'm super excited because I am doing the Beauty Consumer Tag. This tag was created by 90s Love Child. I will go ahead and link her in the description box below. If you guys don't watch Shariah's channel, she is very funny. She's not everyone's cup of tea, but neither am I, neither are any of us. But I actually met her through a Facebook beauty group that I'm in. It's a small group called For the Love of Makeup, and I met her there like 2 years ago, and now her channel is just like blown up. I'm super happy for her. She's a very, very sweet girl, and yeah, go show her some love. Anyway, she created this tag. It is 13 questions long, all about, well, beauty consumerism. So I went ahead and did this look so you've got something to watch while I blab about my bad spending habits, and yeah, that's about it. I'm using this new Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn palette that I got in my most recent BoxyCharm. Spoiler alert, I didn't really like it, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and just jump into the video and get to these questions. All right, let's get it started with question number one. It is, how much money do you spend on makeup a month? Actually, this is a two-part question. So part one is, how much money do you spend on makeup a month? This whole not spending much money, low buy, no buy thing is new to me. Like typically last year, for example, I mean, I would spend anywhere probably like a minimum of $100 a month, upwards of like $300 a month. Shit, I know in November with like Black Friday, I spent, I think, like $600 that month. So it's really, it's hard to say, but hundreds easily at least. And then the part two is, how much money do you spend on makeup a year? And to that, again, I mean, easily thousands, because hundreds of dollars a month equates to, you know, thousands throughout the years. Easily last year, shit, easily. I mean, a minimum of $4,000. This year's gonna be different, but typically in the past, you know, but that's good because I think the year before, 2018, I wanna say, I mean, it was probably at least like 5,000-6,000. I don't know. It was bad. And last year I definitely did better, but this year I'm gonna do even better. Question number two is, do you ever feel guilty about how much money you spend on makeup? Hello. I feel so guilty on how much money I spend on makeup. And it's never like, well, I say it's never in the moment. It is sometimes, because, you know, you'll do that thing where you're like getting your cart together and then you go to check out and you're just like, no, I don't need it. Those are the times where I feel probably like guiltiest, because I'm like, don't do it. You don't need this makeup. And I mean, for as much makeup as I buy, or at least bought, there were so many carts just abandoned in that time frame as well. I feel guilty looking back at my collection now. Like, I love makeup so much, but there's so much I don't use, and then I end up decluttering stuff, and it's just like all that money I could have gone on, you know, a nice vacation or done more like with or for my family. So I do feel guilty, because at a certain point you're not just buying makeup anymore, you're feeding an addiction. So yeah, I definitely feel guilty about that. Anyway, onward. Question number three. It's, do you ever get FOMO related to makeup releases? Yes, hello. Who do you think I am? I get so much FOMO. I have FOMO right now over the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. I'm staying strong because I know I don't need it. I know I could probably dupe it, but God, I love that formula, and it's just such a pretty looking palette that I want it so bad. I have FOMO all the time. And I think that's what led me to buying so many things. But as I've seen, I will buy things, I will use them a few times, and then I will never touch them again. So that fear of missing out turns into buy it, use it, so that I can get that instant gratification and then toss it to the side. It's stupid. The next question is, do you purchase or keep items because they are limited edition? To this, I say no. I'm the opposite of probably a lot of people. Limited edition does not get me excited. If anything, I'm more cautious to buy something that's limited edition because I'm afraid to fall in love with it, and then it sells out, it's gone, and I'll never see it again. Like, for example, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. That's my second favorite palette they've ever done. And I've hit pan in one of the shades, and now I'm like afraid to use it because once it's gone, and I'll never get to freaking use it again, which is stupid. I should just really use my makeup, especially if I love it. But man, I'm afraid to touch it. I don't want to use it up. I'll be so sad when it's gone. So yeah, I tend to not buy things that are limited edition. That, and when you have a platform, I don't know what you want to call this, you have like a channel or like a Instagram makeup kind of thing going on, you don't want to use those limited edition products because people can't get their hands on them. I have this blush from Wet n Wild that I love so much. I bought it not knowing it was limited edition. It's called Hummingbird Hype, and it's this gorgeous shimmery peachy blush. Oof. But I never want to use it because then when I tag it and say I'm wearing this blush, if someone likes it and they go to find it, then they're going to be disappointed because they can't get it. That's shitty. So no, I really try to steer clear of limited edition unless it's something, you know, that I really want. You know, reading that again, do you keep items simply because they're limited edition? I really don't keep them because they're limited edition, but no, yeah, that's still a no. I was just thinking about my answer with that sultry palette, and I'm keeping it and not using it. And I guess in a way because it's limited edition, not because I'm coveting it like, oh, this is limited edition, it's so special. It's just, it's limited edition and I can't get it again. Therefore, I guess holding on to it. Question number 5 is, would you be willing to pay more money for a sold out product online? So like, say there's like a palette. We'll do Jeffree Star as an example because it always happens with his stuff. Say there's like a Jeffree Star palette that comes out and it sells out, so someone buys it and is now selling it on Poshmark for $100. Would I like buy something like that? No, never. And I know never say never, but like never. Like I've been known to drop some coin on makeup, but nothing's worth that, you know? If it's something that sells out and it's not out of stock forever, I'll be able to get it on the restock, and if it was limited edition, then it wasn't meant to be. That simple. Real quick, side note, since I already hate this palette, I figure why not mess it up with a wing. I should say I don't like the palette. The few shades that I've used so far I'm not really into, so, but yeah, I definitely hate this look, so. I have hooded eyes, I never do wings, yet here we are. You know what, they're not even, but for me this isn't bad, so on to question 6. Question number 6 is, do you wish you could spend more or less? I don't really know how to answer this one. I mean, the obvious answer is, I wish I could spend more, right? Okay, maybe it's not that obvious. For myself, I think it's a mixture of both, because I think it can go 2 different ways. On the one hand, I wish I could spend more, because who doesn't want just like an unlimited budget for something, you know? Like, I wish I could spend more money on makeup and not on bills. I wish I could spend more money on makeup and not on groceries, you know? So on the one hand, it's very that. On the other hand, it's a very, I wish I could spend less, because I wish I didn't want to spend money on makeup at all. So I do get that side of it. Like, I wish I could spend less on makeup because I wasn't worried about it, or I didn't care about the new releases, or I just wasn't interested in it, you know? So I guess I can see both sides to that. Question number 7 is, do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? No. That's an odd question. Like, if someone were doing a makeup, I don't know, like inventory video or something, or just like their makeup collection video, like to see something in their collection and be like, ooh, I want it because they have it. I don't know. That's never happened to me. I could want something based on someone's recommendation of it, but that's, I think, a totally separate thing. So no. Question number 8 is, do you buy more around the holidays? Yes, probably. No, you know what? Not really, now that I think about it. I mean, I guess. Okay, what holiday are we talking? Because I bought a ton during Black Friday this past year. 2019 Black Friday. It might not have seemed like it. I know I did a video on it, and it's like, I didn't buy that much, but I did. I bought a lot. At least to drop a lot of money at one time. But honestly, when I buy the most makeup is probably like when Sephora has their 20%. Oh, God, this powder, sorry. When I spend the most money is probably when Sephora has like their 20% off sales. I go a little nuts on those typically. I'm gonna try not to this year, but that's probably when I spend the most. I don't like just go out of my way around, you know, Christmas time to spend a bunch of money on makeup. I'm usually buying presents, you know, for my kids, which is more important than makeup, so I don't know. Question number 9 is, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? Listen, I mean, family, whatever. they don't really know or care about how much I love makeup. Friends, again, they could give a shit. My husband, I've never like gone out of my way to hide a makeup purchase, but I'm also like not gonna just admit when I spend a bunch of money on makeup, you know? But my husband's like super cool and supportive of me anyway. I mean, he thinks it's a little ridiculous, don't get me wrong. He's not just like, oh yeah, babe, spend our life savings on makeup, but he knows that I love it and how much it means to me. That being said, there may have been times where I just don't like up and say, hey, I bought this, you know, but I don't really consider it keeping it secret. It's just if I told him every time I bought like a new piece of makeup, he would just be like, okay, cool, I don't care, you know? So not intentionally. Ooh, question number 10. Do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? I mean, is that a serious question? Like, I have more than 10 eyeliners I haven't used in over a month. Makeup products in general, yeah, like, fuck. I mean, over 50. Like, how do I even put a number on that? Or shit, liquid lipsticks? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't even want to know. Yes, the answer is yes, hell yes, a million times yes. While I'm answering these questions real quick, this Ilia Liquid Light, it's a liquid highlighter, which I normally do not like, but this one, guys. Number 11 is, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? Not necessarily, like not peer pressured. None of my friends or anyone around me has ever been like, oh my god, you have to buy this. And I'm like, but fuck, I can't afford it, you know? But pressure on myself, sure. Like in general, have I bought makeup that I didn't need or couldn't afford? Yeah, probably. But like, did I make myself afford it? Yes. But should I not have? Yes. So in that vein, so yeah, I guess I'd answer it yes, but like only because of myself, like not peer pressure. Question number 12 is, do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? To that, I would say not anymore. I used to do it with the ABH palettes. I'm talking like Modern Renaissance, Subculture, Prism, Soft Glam, Norvina, Sultry. I think after that, I finally stopped, right? No, I didn't. Riviera, Alyssa Edwards. I kept going. And like I was hanging on to a few of them that I wasn't even enjoying using, so I wasn't using them, but because I had all of them, I wanted them to look all nice and neat on my shelves. The issue was really, yeah, I didn't even enjoy using some of them. Luckily, Anastasia Beverly Hills pissed me off so much last year when they just kept releasing shit. I was like, I can't keep up with this. I'm going to go broke. That finally like ended that cycle for me. I've since decluttered some of those palettes. I could probably declutter at least one more. I never use the Alyssa Edwards palette. Yeah, so they finally broke me of that, man. And I mean, I bought the Jackie Aina palette, not because I'm a huge fan and not because I wanted to continue my collection, but because I actually was drawn to the color story, and it's like my favorite ABH palette, so I don't regret it. But yeah, it's like I didn't feel the need to continue with the Carly Bible, you know, and then the Norvina palettes. Like it was like, oh, thank God I don't have to spend all my money on this now because I don't fucking need it. So I used to be kind of a collector, not anymore. Now I'm very focused on just buying what I'm super drawn to and what I really want, not just something to like finish a series. Last question, question number 13. It says, in your makeup journey, have you become more or less consumeristic? I'm definitely less consumeristic than I used to be. Not just like this month, you know, doing my no buy, low buy, whatever you want to call it. But in general, when I first got into makeup, 2.5 years ago, I was buying everything willy-nilly, especially like Ulta. They would get me, man, with like gifts with purchase, like spend $150, get a 65-piece beauty bag. Oh my God, I would do that like every opportunity. And most of the shit in there was crap and I didn't even use it. So I was spending all that money for what? A bag of crap. Yeah, they used to get me all the time with those free gifts with purchase. I honestly was buying like so many new releases of things. And that was before I was even, that was definitely before I was doing YouTube. I just started YouTube this year. So funny enough, I've become less consumeristic even though I have a channel now. But yeah, I was just buying everything because I wanted to post it on my Instagram and I just wanted to keep up with the Joneses. And now that I'm older and wiser and I have such a big collection, I know what I actually like and I know what I want and I know what excites me and I know what I don't need. So definitely less consumeristic, thank God. All right, you guys, that is it from me on the beauty consumer tag. Whew, some embarrassing answers there. Some are okay. Some I'm not proud of. It is what it is. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.